Iain Lawrence's novel Lord of the Nutcracker Men, 2001, is told through the perspective of 10-year-old Johnny Briggs, a boy residing in London during World War I. As his father, a skilled toymaker, departs for the front lines, Johnny finds solace in playing with his toy soldiers. However, with each letter his father sends, accompanied by a handmade toy soldier, Johnny begins to grasp the senseless and brutal reality of war. These toy soldiers arrive in increasingly damaged and broken states, mirroring the toll of the conflict. Johnny's father is renowned for his craftsmanship, and for his 9th birthday, he bestows upon Johnny a set of 30 unique wooden toy soldiers, which become the envy of the neighborhood boys. When Johnny turns 10, the outbreak of war in Europe marks the disappearance of Fatty, the local butcher. Fatty's empty shop, with only a decaying pig carcass, signifies the departure of a German, presumed to have joined the German army. The German families in Johnny's neighborhood gradually relocate, pushed away by the townspeople, and even Johnny's father participates in their expulsion, urging them to go on back home. Johnny witnesses images of German troops marching into Belgium during a picture show, which triggers his toy Nutcracker Men to invade various rooms in the house. Questioning his father's decision not to join the cause, Johnny wonders if his father is a coward, only to be informed by his mother that his stature of 5'7" prevents him from enlisting. Johnny's father brings home lead toy soldiers crafted by a German toymaker, highlighting how German-made items are no longer desired amidst the war. He recounts an incident where he witnessed a man deliberately kicking a dachshund, reflecting the growing hostility towards anything German. When the height requirement for military service is lowered, Johnny's father joins the army, prompting tears from his mother. From then on, their communication takes the form of letters, with Johnny's father including additional hand-carved toy soldiers in his correspondence. Initially optimistic, his father's letters progressively darken and become more desperate as the war drags on. In Iain Lawrence's novel Lord of the Nutcracker Men, Johnny's father continues to send him toy soldiers, each one arriving in a more wounded and pale state, reflecting the toll of war. Concerned for Johnny's safety, his mother sends him to stay with Aunt Ivy. On the journey, Johnny encounters the Highlander, a twitching Scotsman who shares his first-hand experiences from the front lines, assuring everyone that the British will emerge victorious. However, he shatters Johnny's hope of seeing his father for Christmas, revealing that it will be years before they reunite. Johnny settles in the town of Cliff with Aunt Ivy, while his mother moves to Woolwich and works in a factory manufacturing weapons for the war effort. Johnny occasionally misses school to construct a Guy Fawkes effigy and is required to visit his teacher, Mr. Tuttle, on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Together, they delve into reading the Iliad and draw parallels between the events of the ongoing war and the timeless novel. As Johnny continues playing with his toy soldiers, he notices that his father's battles mirror the outcomes of his imaginary conflicts. Fearing for his father's life and those of his comrades, Johnny ceases playing with the soldiers, except for when he reenacts the Christmas truce of 1914. In reality, opposing soldiers come together, singing Silent Night and shedding tears. 4 years later, Johnny's father finally returns home. Sadly, 5 years later, Johnny's mother succumbs to sulfur poisoning from her work in the weapons factory. Critics have praised the novel, noting its powerful exploration of significant themes through a captivating personal story and eerie symbolism. One prevalent theme is the senselessness of war and people's misguided eagerness to participate. Despite his initial excitement to enlist, Johnny's father gradually deteriorates physically and mentally, as evidenced by the state of the toy soldiers he sends to Johnny. Johnny finds joy in playing with his toy soldiers, reenacting battles and embracing the excitement of war. However, his perception shifts when he begins to connect the fate of his father to the soldiers. He realizes the gravity of the conflict and understands that his father, like the soldiers he mimics, is in real danger. Reflecting on this realization, Johnny muses, "The guns in France pounded away with their faint little thunder, and I thought that my real dad would be just like my model, wide awake, watching the sky." It's worth noting that Iain Lawrence is indeed a Canadian author. In 2006, he achieved significant success with the publication of his best-selling novel, Gemini Summer. This book received numerous accolades, including the prestigious Governor General's Award, the PNBA Book Award, and the 2007 Bank Street College Best Book recognition. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.